Hello everyone and welcome back to Broken Sword. When we left off, we were stuck in the church because we couldn't work out what to do. But we have to go and talk to Andre and the museum, which is what I thought I was originally supposed to do. Turns out, I am. So yeah, we talk to him and then he directs us to the next place we need to go. Oh, excuse me.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
So, well, I'm supposed to... It says we're supposed to talk to him about something, but it's not here. Let's just talk to him about Nico while I try and find out exactly where I've gone wrong here.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah. Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. This friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So basically, it's something we're supposed to do back in... Right. You see, it's telling me, it says to ask him about things, but we're not getting anything. We're not getting anything. Let's try going back and talking to Nico, because maybe I missed something there.
I solved another puzzle.
You did?
I did?
Well, I guess I did.
Well, what was it? What's the answer?
1314.
What does that mean?
It was the date when Jacques de Molay was burned, wasn't it?
Of course.
Okay,
The
so I did
answer
solve that.
was hidden in a stained glass window. When I looked through the lens, the picture changed. It became a man surrounded by flames.
It seems to me the answers to the Templar puzzles are as cryptic as the clues. Sometimes I wonder if the manuscript isn't an elaborate joke.
The Knights Templar weren't the kind of people to play jokes, were they?
Okay,
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bears that crest.
I sure hope so.
so now we need to
I'd
go
better
talk
get
to
back to the quest.
Okay, right. So now we need to go and talk to Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
So,
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Well, off to Spain.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
To Spain. Oh, that was Syria. A few hours later. Well, here we are. Just walked right through the water, George.
Hi.
by all means.
Is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Please may I speak to the Countess?
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
Sure.
Yeah. That's it. The Countess has won the lottery, and I'm here to give her the check.
Marvelous. May I see it?
No. No, I have to deliver it to her in person.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Oh, for crying out loud. Why'd you lead me on, then?
To amuse myself. To make you look a fool. To make you go away.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Has he seen Khan?
Do you recognize this man?
No.
Good. Okay, well, there's nothing else we can
I'll
do.
be going for now.
Adios, senor.
And that's tiny thing going off in the corner. Okay, so I do remember this. We need to use a pressure gauge on the hose to make it stop.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped.
Gods.
And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Release the hounds. Okay, so we can't go in the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here now, so we're going to go in the house. And then we have to hide quickly. Master of disguise.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
will never spot me.
It was a small mirror hanging over the sink. From the scum in the sink, it looked like he shaved there.
I thought we had to pick that up. Okay, maybe not. Let's go upstairs to meet the Countess.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
Here we go.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me. Lopez, unlock the door, por favor.
Lopez is not a happy man.
This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Hey, senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
I love it.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Okay, now I know we've got to close the window. That I do remember.
Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
I thought we could... Oh, no, that's later. That's later on. Okay. Opening up the... Oh, I remember this puzzle. I do remember this puzzle, actually.
On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top.
This is one puzzle I might have to cheat at, because
It's a checkerboard!
I could never get this puzzle.
Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern. Purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Oh.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
So tell me about...
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything.
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived.
No,
When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again. Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady. My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Lopez.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Right. Okay. Each piece has to be placed in its corresponding hole. Touch any unplaced pieces that will turn to reveal a pattern on its place. Likewise touch. Okay, that actually makes it a hell of a lot easier. This is very different to the old puzzle. There was only 3 pieces in the old one. So I want this red, blue, green, dark green. So yellow, blue, red, green. And that one piece. Red, yellow, blue, green. And then blue, red, green, dark green. Come on. Green, yellow. It's probably white actually, but I'll say yellow. Green, yellow, red, blue. I can't pick it up. What do you mean? Green, yellow, red, blue. Oh. God damn it, pick up the piece. Okay, green, yellow, blue, red. I keep picking blue, yellow, red, green. And then red, dark, green. Red, green, blue, dark green. And
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
okay, repeat yourself twice then, George. Right. Okay, this is the puzzle that was in the previous, so they've expanded the puzzle basically. Okay, so it says bishop with the cross. This is the bit I can never work out. Bishop with the cross goes on square 1. Pick it up, George. Knight with hood goes on square 3. And then this one apparently goes on the 4th. Or not. If I got those the wrong way around, maybe. No? No. Okay, so the bishop goes 1. Knight with hood, square... oh, hang on a minute. Oh my god. This way around? No. This, I don't get... I'm sorry, I don't get it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bishop with the cross goes on square 1. Knight with the hood. I mean, I don't... Or is that the king? I would have said that's a bishop, but maybe that's the king. Because that looks a bit like a bishop's hat.
Bingo! I mean, checkmate.
See, that is confusing. Bum, bum, bum.
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice, but there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Okay, well, we need to go to the church now.
I'd better get back to the quest.
So we go to the church, because this is where I was stuck before. This is what I thought I had to do. What I need to do is to give the chalice to a priest.
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Sure.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, is he already done? Okay. Because I think basically what I'm supposed to do now while I'm waiting is to do the whole thing with the stained window, but I've done it.
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So, I was right, but I was just right at the wrong time.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it. But the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something.
Jumble of letters carved inside of the nice tomb. You must look for and highlight a number of biblical verse references comprising name of the book followed by chapter and verse in Latin numerals. What the hell? How am I supposed to know this? For example, Luke chapter 8 verse 2 would be displayed as Luke 4. Okay. Highlight verse references. Highlight the full and the letters later, otherwise letters will fade. George will read. Okay. Well, there's Psalms.
Psalms 22:21. Not much to go on, but it must have meant something. If I examine the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Corinthians. There's another Psalms above it.
Corinthians 14:5.
Psalms again.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers referred to a chapter and a verse in the Bible.
I'm not seeing any more. Those are the only three that I can make sense of. Is that it?
Now that my attention had been... There was...
Yep. Okay, so there's definitely Psalms. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Psalms. Not much. If I examine the tomb more closely, there might be other clues to find.
Symbol noise is really irritating.
Psalms 32:7. The numbers referred to a chapter and a verse in the Bible. Corinthians 14:5.
Right, I should know this. I really should know this, but... Okay, so I'm gonna have to Google this because I'm really not seeing any others. I'm really not seeing any others. Okay, let's see what we've got then. Right. Excuse me while I Google a moment. I get the feeling there's probably one of them staring me in the face and I can't see it. Oh, hang on, no, hang on, wait, is that John? John 4:10, 4:11? Or am I just...
John 4:11. There were no more references to find, but a series of Roman numerals ran around the plaque. I made a note in case they meant something.
My classical
Psalms
biblical education.
32:7. John 4:11. Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more, Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcellos arms were already on the manuscript. Note, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Okay, now do I need to find out what these inscriptions, these verses are with the priest? Because as good as my biblical education is to know chapters...
Hello
of the
again,
Bible,
Father.
I cannot for the life of me quote the Psalms.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to
This is-
speak to you again.
Nope, he's got nothing more.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
What I get for going to Church of England primary school. It's vague understanding of and memory of its religion and the Bible. It comes in handy. Right. I think now we need to go and talk to him again. I seem to remember. I say I seem to remember, but I've said that like 3 times and I've always been wrong.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Ah.
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan
Why
statue.
couldn't we talk to him
It was
about
like a
that
head
before?
with 3
Because
bearded
I hadn't
faces.
explained that.
Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, Not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermétique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
Lovely.
That's right.
Okay, well, you know where we've got to go next.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
I think the Baphomet was the inspiration for the portal in Oblivion Shivering Isles DLC. I vaguely seem to remember. Sight of Baphomet. Okay, now this I do remember because it's so, again, insanely stupid of a puzzle. So let's see how quickly I can get through this. Basically, we've got to get the key to the toilet to make an impression of it. Okay. No, not the phone, George, not the phone.
Do you mind if I...
Be my guest? The first...
I don't want to call any...
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Caught in
Oh.
the chair I was sitting on. Right. Okay.
There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door is locked, monsieur.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
Toilet door.
I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Key that sounds strangely like stone. Okay, now...
I wasn't about to wash...
Okay, yes, I do remember.
Perhaps I could make a copy of the key. The key had made a clear imprint in the soap. The bar of soap had the imprint of a key in it.
This bar of soap must be made out of stone, because there is no way that tiny little hole would stay there. It would come out with the key.
I knew keeping that plaster was a good idea. With the plaster and the imprint, I was on the right lines. I had filled the key's imprint in the soap with dry plaster.
And then... water.
You can't make a cast without wetting the plaster. But wet plaster alone does not make a cast.
And then dry.
I used the dryer to speed up the process.
And we have our key.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key, way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Now, I don't think this works the second time.
Maybe not.
Okay, so... back key.
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
Stone keys.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
And then we have to turn off the heat so he puts his gloves
I
on.
couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Maybe not then.
A thermostat. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here. even with the door open to the chill of fall. I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Don't we have to go? Oh no, I remember now. The paint pot. We need to distract this guy.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Pah!
So, we need to distract him. This is one of these puzzles, again, it is just... in many
Kula.
ways-
Hello, Nico. It's me.
Hi, George. What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me
in
in.
many ways, this is just weirder than the
We
Go
need to
puzzle.
know what's in there.
Don't worry. I've got a scheme. I'm going to need your help, though.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Sorry, the phone was ringing and there's no one else to answer it. Right, what was I doing? Yes, talk to the guy. Say there's no one else to answer it. I didn't answer it
Excuse
myself.
me.
This one
Could
was-
you help me?
What
Answers
is
the
it?
I've got
phone.
a few questions.
He's probably going to be speaking Swedish at the other end. Right. You're on.
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? You must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
Okay, and now we have paint pot key.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah, well, I have a cigarette to finish. And, monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Right, now do I need to turn the heater off?
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Maybe I need to talk to him.
Hi again.
What is it?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
I need the toilet again.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
The stone keys of the toilet.
The door was locked.
Yep, well, you've got the key, George. Okay, now we switch the keys over.
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation key. It looked okay, but felt false.
And now we turn the heat down so he puts his gloves on so he won't notice the difference in the key.
I turned the heating off.
As I'd hoped, the guard put his gloves on.
And here are your keys back.
Hi again.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
This episode's
Merci,
gonna
monsieur.
run a little bit longer because I'm very close to finishing this part of the puzzle and I wanted to just get it done.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
And so we need to get Nico to distract this man now.
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, Josh.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Nobody gets suspicious of the man just standing there watching them.
Hey, you! It's the phone.
Yeah, who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't pah me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Yep. Alright. So...
Maybe not.
Not the toilet chain, George. Well, here we are. Because it's an archaeological excavation, there's skulls and things everywhere as well. Okay, so we need to use the statue at the base.
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice, the image of a church.
Back in Nico's apartment.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
Okay, well, I don't think there's anything else we need to immediately do here. We have to go back to Spain now, so...
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, Georges.
So, we shall return the chalice a few hours later. And here we are again. Well, here we are again to return the chalice to the Countess, but we will do that in the next episode. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, I know my starting disc is almost full. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.